There's about 70 different kinds of fish there.
There's some up there.
No, those are snapper. They're gray snapper. The ones that are in this tank have been in here about 10 years.
And they don't eat.
That's where you scuba dive at.
Annie.
What?
He's laying up on the gray. Yeah, if you look around for the
That's
wall.
huge.
Yeah, so what are those over there?
Come on, let's go down here where they're getting in. We'll find a lake now.
Come here, Douglas.
I got my window. So I got my window.
That thing is huge.
You said yeah.
No, let's wait for Mom and
Another show?
Freshwater. I think. Bass right there. Only you can't try to catch these because they're gar that I catch quite often that I don't like to catch.
go this way and go down.
Mom's coming.
Man, y'all stink.
What did it say? All these are baby. We know,
They're wanting to get to their friends. It's interesting.
Well, the Marineland of Florida, the world's original oceanarium. Before we start our program down here this afternoon, I'm going to try to give you a brief background about this place. First of all, it's very old. Marineland was founded way back in 1938 as an underwater photographic studio. The founding fathers wanted to give everybody an opportunity to view the undersea life that was living right off our coastline. But it wasn't until the late 1940s that they realized that one of the specimens they had on display might be trainable. Of course, they were talking about a dolphin. But back then, nobody had ever tried to train a dolphin before. So they called up Ringling Brothers Circus. They had to speak with an animal trainer. Got hold of a guy named Adolph Frone. Mr. Frone was intrigued with the idea, so he moved to Florida. They built him a little pool right over there. He gave him a dolphin named Flippy and said, let's see what you can do. Well, the rest is history. He was so successful in training that animal, in the early 1950s, they built this dolphin stadium just to showcase Flippy's talent. We've been doing dolphin shows down here ever since. Today, Marineland offers two types of dolphin programs. We have our top deck show up there with the fabulous jumping dolphins. Down here, we're going to try to show you how we accomplish behaviors. We're going to try to answer the question that we get asked most often, how do you train a dolphin? This is going to be a live training session. Now, being a live training session, folks, anything can happen. You're going to see it as it goes down. Now what we're going to do is try to go back to some more husbandry behaviors. And you guys keep in mind when you're watching these, they're all designed to aid us in giving dolphins physical. Helps us tell us about their health. That's what we're trying to do. Now, Joe just went like this to Sonny. And you can see Sonny's opening his mouth and Joe's putting his hand in. We train our dolphins to do that. This is the SD, or the signal, for them to open their mouths. There's a couple reasons why we do it. One, we like to look in there every day. The color of the inside of the mouth is a good indicator of the overall health of the animal. Also, since dolphins eat so much fish, eventually a fish spine can break off and get caught in the gum line. We needed a nice, easy way to deal with this problem. Since they know this behavior, we're allowed to put our hands in their mouth. We see his spine, we simply pull it out. Very good, Sonny. Here's Lynn with Splash. She's working on what we call a ventral layout. Now, it's the same idea as the dorsal layout, except it's for the vet to examine the underside of the dolphin's body. This is a little more difficult to train because the animal being upside down feels a little more vulnerable. But it's a very handy behavior. If we ever think a dolphin is pregnant, we can find out very easily by running an ultrasound from the wall. Good boy, Splash. That was a nice layout for him. We're going to come back to Sonny and try a behavior you're going to have to listen for. This is a husbandry behavior called the blowhole behavior. Hear that? We train all our dolphins. When we tap next to that blowhole, they emit that big puff of air. If we were really doing the physical today, we'd have a petri dish with a culture medium in the bottom. We'd hold that over the blowhole, tap, you'd put that big puff of air right in that dish, we'd seal it up, send it to the lab, they would grow the culture and let us know what's happening inside. You can see, it's an easy behavior, something the dolphins enjoy doing, but yet it tells us an awful lot about what's going on inside the animal. This is called a fluke present. Both animals are doing it. You guys know when you go to the doctor for a physical, they want a blood sample. Well, so do veterinarians. And the easiest place to find a vein on a dolphin is in the tail flukes. There's no big thick layer of blubber there. You can actually see the veins fairly easily. But the tail flukes are also the most powerful part of the animal. If we were to try to restrain this dolphin, hold these flukes still enough for a vet to collect the sample, we'd have to have 4 or 5 people on top of them in order to be able to do it. So rather than do that, we train them to voluntarily present their flukes. Now the vet comes in, we swab the area with a little alcohol, stick the needle in, pull as much blood as we need, and the dolphin holds still for it because he's been trained to do it. Good job, guys. Now that husband volunteer working with Sonny on that football, the catch part. Well, Joe has been training him to back up through the water using his tail flukes. So today, we're going to combine the two behaviors. We're going to back, Joe's asking him to back up in that direction. He's not backing up, Joe, he's swimming off. This is part of a trainer's lot, and that's why we do live training sessions. A lot of people think when they see dolphins perform, they do it right every time. Well, believe me guys, they don't. Particularly in the summertime like this, what happens here is the water coming in right now is about 85 degrees. Very hot for the ocean water. This is freshly pumped and filtered ocean water. We put about 6 million gallons a day through this part. But because the water's so warm, the hormone levels really crank up in the dolphins. and they are much more interested in fighting with the other males or talking to the females. But Sonny's coming back right now. He might decide to interact with Joe here a little bit. This is what a trainer puts up with every summer. Now they're both the males are down there talking to the females. But again, it's part of training. And because we use only positive reinforcement, when they do this, we don't do anything. We just wait and see if they decide they want to be reinforced and they come back to us. There is no negative reinforcement with dolphins. First of all, it's not effective. It doesn't work. Secondly, it's not a real good way to achieve a behavior in the first place. All right, we're going to bring Splash down since Sonny doesn't seem to be interested and work on his football training. He's been doing it too. So Lynn brings him down. She'll point him over to Joe. Joe picks him up, and we're going to try some football. Now, he's been trained to back up. He's backing up, and he knows how to catch. He got it. Very good. Joe, I'll tell you what. Since he's being so good at this, why don't you try another one in that direction? Yes, people fade back that way. Again, he's learning to do it. He fades back, and he didn't get it. All right, no response because we don't want to encourage, we don't want to reinforce an incomplete behavior. Because we always want to end on that positive note. If it's all possible, Joe's going to try it again. Yes, I'm going to back up one more time. And keeping his eye on it, and he got it that time. Very good. All right, Splash, you're doing really well with that football. I'd like to call your attention to this pool to my right. We have two very special dolphins in there, both of them females. That's why Sonny's up there. One of them is Lily Champagne. Lily came to Marineland in the mid-1960s. That makes her a real old animal. And she's very easy to see. She's that blonde-colored one swimming around in there. Now, blonde dolphins are very, very rare. Lily could very well be the last of her kind anywhere in the world. And living with Lily is Nellie. Nellie, which happens to be Sonny's mother, by the way, was born right here in Marineland 47 years ago. That's a world record. She's the world's oldest known living dolphin. Now, obviously, Sonny's up there trying to get some pointers from his mother, and we'll see if maybe we can interest him in a little bit of baseball. Now, if Sonny wants to play baseball, we've been training him to do two things, to be the pitcher and the outfielder. Now, to be the outfielder, he's got to learn to throw that ball back from anywhere in the pool, so we're adding a batter, Angela. Now, Angela, all you have to do is hit the ball. Okay, now, Sonny's already a pretty good pitcher, so we should have an easy time with this. Yeah, the hot weather affects the trainers too. Angela, in order for this to work, you really do have to hit that ball out there. All right, let's try it again. What was wrong with that? Look what you guys started now. I mean, he's giving us a hard enough time during this training session to get him all upset. Actually, this is part of his training. We want him to come in here and vocalize like this after the second pitch. We want him to keep doing it too, so Joe gives him the signal to stop. Just like that. All right, Angel, let's try to hit the ball. All right, we're going to try. Here we go. Oh, she does. It's out the right field. Now, can Sonny field it is the question. Right in the catcher's hands. A nice throw by Sonny. Okay, now it's fairly obvious that Sonny can see with his head above water. But Sonny can also see, as can all dolphins, with their heads underwater. We're going to use that beach ball to illustrate this. Joe's going to send him to the bottom. He's going to look through 12 feet of water. See that ball clearly enough to jump up and just about hit it every time. Now we're going to try one more behavior here with Sonny and Splash. This is called gating. Gating very simply means their session's over. We want them to swim from this pool through an open gate into that pool. Now lots of things can go wrong here, particularly in the summertime, because we have two other animals in that pool. Well, we want them to stay in there when we open that gate. They do know the females are living down here, so they want to come out. Will these two animals swim in? That's the question. Now Jill has her two animals that she's trained to stay. Angela's going to open that gate as soon as she can, and then we're going to see if these two animals will go. Gate's open, animals are ready, trainers take off, they head in the right direction. This might work. Yes, they're in. Very good. Now, from your side of things, you've already seen training in how these animals don't cooperate. You should see it when they don't gate, which happens to us quite often. Those two trainers can take off like crazy, and these two dolphins will sit right here. Or they'll take off with the trainers and stop right in front of the gate. They won't swim in. Or two that are in there go, whew, they're out. Stop, walk away, come back 5 or 10 minutes later, try it again until we get the proper animals in the proper place. You see, you can't work an animal once he's been incorrect, else you're reinforcing an incorrect behavior. But since they did go up, we can move on with our scheduled training. We're going to go oldest the mother. She's about 30-some years old. Roxy's the daughter, 8 years old, little youngster born right here in the stadium. Now, so far, all the training you've seen, the trainer's been on the land. Well, now we're going to try to put the trainer in the water with the dolphin. This is called water work. And a lot of people think if you jump in the water with a dolphin, they're automatically going to swim over, want to interact with you, and have a great time. Actually, it's just not true. Dolphins are very wary about anything new that enters their environment, including a trainer. Even if it's somebody they've known for years, if they've never seen them in the water before, they don't like it when you first get in. So we train our dolphins to accept the presence of people in the pool. Now Roxy is far beyond that. She's already become completely desensitized to Joe being in the water with her. So now Joe's trying to work behaviors. These are called mimic behaviors, imitation behaviors. Joe's going to do something, and we want Roxy to imitate it. Plus, during this, we're going to bring out the mother as well. There's a reason for our training here, this waterwork session. We're looking for two things. We're looking for Roxy and Pebbles to stay apart for the length of the routine, and we're also looking for Roxy to do the behaviors as Joe does them in the water. So let's see what happens. We attempt our dolphin ballet. Training going on down here this afternoon, and everything worked out pretty well. I hope we did answer the question, how do you train a dolphin? You were a great audience. You helped us out a lot with the responses. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.